some new, fresh ideas, and we're going to bring our people forward with us. And I think that the people were sort of forgotten and left behind, so it's going to be up to us to lift our people and bring our people together on the new events and a lot of the special economic development that's going to come into our territory. And we're going to join all our new partners with our people, and we're going to go forward together. The vision of our forefathers, the dreams that they had, and we're bringing it to fruition, and I think that's what the people are going to see. That's what they're expecting, and we're just going to bring it all together with all of our new partners, with all our new ventures, and we're going to bring our children and the old ones and the middle-aged ones, and we're going to bring them all together, and we're going to move forward. This nation is going to rise again, just the way our forefathers wanted it to be.
I put in 10 years, and this is going on my 11th year on council for the Shíshálh Nation. I could say that I've been instrumental in facilitating and assisting with economic development initiatives, changing different things that have former chiefs have negotiated, such as construction aggregates for one, where I was able to, with the fellow councillors, change the way they hired our people, where it went from 1 to 5 to 50-50. You know, our people are running machinery, they're operators, they're contractors, and I'd like to say that I've also helped facilitate other band members in their own personal initiatives of getting in the industry, i.e. forestry, you know, within our territory.
If you had to go back when you were small and you looked up to some ancestor, some person in your family, and they were the role model, and they're not here today, but they're looking down, who would that person be that would be proud of you?
That person would be my grandmother, Carrie Joel. She was always one that was instrumental to me, that was someone that was an advocate that I always turned to, went and talked to, got advice from, and she always shared a lot of the history. Thank God I kept my ears open about the connection to the families in our community. And one thing she said to me when I was first elected on the council was we own 100% of everything, and fight for your people and fight for it for 100%.
Okay, Ben, and
I'll always remember that.
And those are excellent words. If you look ahead, what do you hope to accomplish in the next 4 years?
Well, there's a lot of economic development initiatives on the table, i.e. NH Holdings, and we need to try to negotiate an agreement that is a win-win for all parties, and ensuring that there's a lot of employment opportunities offered through that project and many other partnerships that we're forging.
Chris, how many inaugurations have you been in now in service to the political side of the nation?
This will be my second inauguration now.
How does it differ from the first?
This is different. This is a big celebration now. We're celebrating who we are as a nation and having a good gathering together, and just all of us celebrating the nation. I think this is a nation celebration, not just an inauguration. I've learned the ins and outs of our band office. I know where I can push things and how to better our nation, and I know where we stand on a lot of issues. So I know the ins and outs, and I know how to get my issues move forward and the nation's issues move forward.
What are those issues? What are you going to champion in this term?
Many things. I think business development is number one on my list. Fixing our housing issues, and just overall betterment of our nation. Helping people heal from residential schools, and putting that chapter behind us and moving us forward. I try and lead by example. I want my kids to be proud of who I am. I don't drink, I don't party. I want to show up to work every day, work hard, and just do the best that I can in service of my people.
After so many years in the top job as chief, you now get a role that's a little bit different. How do you see yourself in that role now?
I don't see it being any different. It's going to be just as busy, but I get to focus full time on the initiatives of the band now and not have to be everywhere as the chief, because the chief has to go to a lot of events, a lot of meetings, represent the nation in many ways. But being as a council member, I get to focus full time on the initiatives of the band and just help move our band forward. And hopefully I can use my experience to make things a lot easier for our organization. Instead of trying to fit them in, now I can work on them full time.
What would you like people to say when they look back and say, these were Gary's years? What would you want them? What's the legacy?
I'm not sure if there's a legacy. I'm just honored and privileged that I was able to do it for 24 years, and I'm looking forward for my 9th term. It's an honor and privilege, and to me, all you can do is that you can represent your nation to the best of your ability, and in the end, you can just stand up and say you made a difference.
It's been a long journey for you, and you must feel particularly proud today. You have risen to the top of the mountain, and you're now looking favorably on history and what you're about to bring. What do you see your role in the next 4 years with the new chief and mostly new council?
Well, yes, it's been a long road with me. I've been, with the community all the time, fighting for their rights. But what I'd like to see in the next 3 years, I want to see this reserve healing. I'd like to see the band council heal. We have a lot of infighting amongst our own people, and it's time to heal up. We're all residential school survivors. We've been going through, all these hearings and that for our people, but it's not enough. So we have to jump in and try to help the people as best we can. That's my main focus for the next 3 years.
So Randy, when you were a little guy, you looked up to someone, and that someone may have passed over, but are looking down today, their heart is beating with pride for you. Would you tell us who that is?
Well, that's easy. My grandfather, Clarence Joe, was, everything he taught, I sort of learned off of. So, that and my parents. My parents didn't get to live very long. They both died very young, 58, 57. So I can feel them with me today. It's very humbling.
Our first witness we'd like to call is our dear friend and relative from the La'aman Nation, Walter Hall. We'd like to welcome Kalak Kuspa Nation for also at the trial. After you be a witness here today. Gary Noor from SCRD. Welcome Kalak Kuspa Nation for also at the trial. Chalsana, welcome Kalak Kuspa Nation for also at the choir. Mayor John Henderson. Has to be a witness. Anchalain, Alatin, Alak, Kuskunate, and Flosso at the choir. Su Salmat, Walatim Alak Kuskunate, and Flosso at the choir. Shewa, Walatim Alak Kuskunate, and Flosso at the choir. On behalf of our Hilheiwo, Akmino, the shíshálh is call out mail, thanking all the witnesses for witnessing the work that we're going to be doing here today. We'd now like to ask our youth chief and council to come up and follow us outside. We're going to support.
Yeah. the Schwalapa, puts the E at the Naquail, Hajka. You went, couldn't see E Tala, puts the E to New. Heel look, the Steltel Queen, High Tape Jewett, couldn't see E Naman. Shay at the Squalla ones, the I Salt Sali. You went, Stayat Naman, couldn't see Tape, the Naquail. First, on behalf of the ancestors, Satsum, Stayat Namat, Kunsi Yi, Stayat Namat, Kunsi Tab Ta'i, Shayifton, These Yais, These Nazum, at the Stouts of Quains, Steed to Ni Huyana to Naquail, so the Ni of Twalla. Die Tag, Sie Amsterdam, die Lilla. Je sterste zal elokste. Hillish, this A10. First, on behalf of the work that happened this morning, giving blessing to the ancestors and taking care of this home. They got their hands up, thanking you for coming into the house of tears. Thanking you for coming into the house of joy. Coming into the house of learning. Coming into a house of taking care of spirit. Themont, Kusisi Talam, Kustikim of Stelia. Today we're going to look up to the heavens, and the light represents the Holy Spirit. And you're going to ask for a blessing for their mind to be strong, to take care of the spirit. A blessing for their emotion, so they all could connect with you, how you feel and what you do. Blessing for the well-being, so they'll have that care. And what they're doing here today is an example of what our ancestors used to do. And the song that you heard, the beautiful singers, they bring them in. We allowed our ancestors to come sit with you, stand with you, walk with you, speak with you, and comfort you. So welcome to the house of spirit. Today, we're going to rely on strong prayer to come down upon us. And if you want to get some of that blessing, you open your hand to catch some of that blessing as it come down. We're going to go around our family 3 times to strengthen the mind. Stop, go around again to strengthen the emotion. And then we're going to go around for the 3rd time to strengthen the well-being, to walk with you, to take care of you. And today, we're centered people. Centered because we fell from the sky. When we fell from the sky, we got this image that we are here in our bodies today. And now we're going to rely on spirit to take care of our family that's here. And I say thank you. So I'm going to borrow your mind, and I'm going to borrow how you pray. But if you want to catch some of that goodness, open your hand and catch some as this ceremony takes place. Amen. Uit gaat in een kweel. Goed stie is het is. I moet slagen. De hemel is de duwen. Scheef. Schwakker. Lala met die straat is mal nog stimmels. Ze zoet eten worden. Dies jaar is hier connectes. Deed je het er goed je oude stimmels. Zie je het al niet zijn voor allen stuk zijn. Voor allen stukken. Steek alle voor allen stukken kwam zijn. Thank you, each and every one, for your participation in prayer. I'm going to return your mind back to you. I'm going to return your mind back to you, thanking you for this moment that I borrowed your minds. When I borrowed your minds, the old people said I got your attention. And the attention of the Spirit and the attention of the ancestors that are sitting with you. So thank you. I hope you grasped and caught some of the goodness. To take care of the family, to clear their minds, to strengthen their emotion, and to take care of their well-being. And I give thanks to the family that have helped with the blessing. I ask the light to be strong with you, take care of you also. We're all centered people, and as you're centered people, you're here to take care of the ones that are still coming. So we ask the Creator to bless you, to watch over you, to walk with you, to take care of the ones that are still coming, because you're very valuable. People put you here. The people put you here to take care of their children. So I thank you. I bless mind, strength, and emotion. You are united to take care of the nation and hold up the nation. Your ancestors are so proud that you come into a beautiful home where they always did their business. Whether it's a memorial service, naming service, whether it was a baptizing, whether it was, and this is the best place you come to from your ancestors, and standing on our great, great, great grandparents, the cedar branches, and standing on our mother, the earth. So your mind and your heart is still with us, and then you put them there, you help them. You put them there, you walk with them. You put them there, don't stab them in the back. You put them there, you listen close to their decision. You put them there to help take care of your mind and your spirit and your children. You've got a hard job. But if you have the goodness and the Spirit holding you up, you'll never go wrong. And I thank you for allowing me to come. And I thank this beautiful home, because every time we do work here, the ancestors speak. And when they speak, you should always try to listen and follow it, because they did it, and they lived through it, and they walked it, and they were strong together. So thank you. The ones that are called to witness, you are the newspaper to run home and let everybody know what they missed out on. You are the ones who carry the spirit of the ones that are here that got blessed today. And if you got that blessing, you also take it home. Because you're very important. You have to take care of their feelings as much as they have to take care of you. If we all take care of them together, their work is going to be easy, their work is going to be complete, their work is going to be for the people, with the people, and for the ones that are still coming. So with that, this is as far as we could go with the blessing.
I'd like to share a little information on our new leaders that are standing before you today, that they've written to share a little bit about themselves with you all. Our Chief Calvin Cragen. Chief Calvin Cragen is believed by many in the Shíshálh Nation to have been destined from his youth to lead his people to a better future through the wisdom of the elders, hard work, shared responsibility, and a return to what the ancestors called the family center, in which no one is left out or behind, and we care for our own children. Calvin is widely known and respected for his business acumen and his problem solving. This is Calvin's second tour as chief of the Shíshálh Nation, and he was on council for 4 years, as well as working with the SIB Fisheries Company as the business manager. Chief Cragen has been quoted as saying to the community of Shíshálh and British Columbia at large, our people suffered through unimaginable horrors and abuse at the hands of the residential school system. Many of our elders still can't speak out loud about what they saw happen to others and what happened to them. Now it's time for healing. We don't need your sympathy, and we are well beyond the need for your empathy. What we need is your compassion as we regain that which was stolen from us, our pride, our dignity, our culture, and our independence. As of now, the nation will all rise again. Taking care of our people. Chief Cragen has assembled a strong, loyal, and talented team to assist him with his new role as Hewos. Beginning with his wife of 50 years, Jenny Cragen, and he expects the next 4 years will be filled with positive changes and benefits for members to share his vision of stepping up, doing your part, and sharing the responsibility of keeping the Shíshálh Nation reputation of being a leading First Nation alive and prospering throughout this term and office. All known as Hewos. I'm reading off this paper because I can remember all 5 of these by heart. Now we have Councillor Benedict F. Pierre. Yigit Momentum. Ben has been working for the Shíshálh Nation for a period of 11 years in the health and social development field, working in the front line was both challenging and exciting. During those 11 years, Ben has also served 3 terms, 9 years as electoral officer for the Shíshálh Nation. After being a political advocate for his nation for 9 years, he dedicated to take the personal lead. 7 years later, Ben was re-elected through by-election and was held on February 2nd, 2013. And we felt that it was time to re-engage as a leader for the Shíshálh Nation. Next we have Mile, Randy Joe. Randy was elected to council in February 2014. Proud member descended from a long line of strong people, both from Shíshálh and Stony Creek. Randy's been a hard worker all his life, has sustained his family for years as a logger, fisherman, and in the mining industry. He always is giving his best at all he does. As a proud member, he believes that the importance of a Shíshálh Nation people throughout all the good times and bad. Him and his wife Lainey, his 3 girls, Rita, Samantha, Tina, have always been there. He will continue to look out for the interests and the healing of his friends, family, and community. Next we have Christopher August. Councillor Christopher August was born and raised in Shíshálh. His family ancestry originates from Onai, Missouri River. Chris is great-grandson of the late Chief Alfred and Eliza August. Grandson of Valentine and Carol Johnson. Son of Kevin and Nathan August. Chris has been with his wife Angie for 10 years and shared two wonderful children, William and Kylie. Last but not least, we have Akista, Mary Testa. Akista has served as chief for 6 terms and as council member 2 terms for a total of 24 years. Recently elected 2014 and will continue his political journey and serve as a council member, creating many new opportunities and spearheading many initiatives. As part of the Shíshálh Nation, his mission is to govern responsibility for the betterment of the whole community. So we're going to get ready for the leaders to sign their declaration. And then we'll have our 4 speakers share some words with our leaders. Oh no. Like to have, just an announcement while people are speaking on the floor, that you please keep your children seated. Oh no, stop, thank you.
Do so solemnly declare as follows, that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Shíshálh Nation, its members and successors, and the office of the Shíshálh Indian Band. That I am not in any disqualified form holding the office of councillor. That I will strive to advance the interests of the members of my band. That I will not allow any private interests to influence my conduct in public matters, and that I will faithfully perform the duties of my office to the best of my ability. That I will respect all people who come before me wherever they are, fellow council members, members of staff, a band member, or a member of the public. I will never place them in situations where they feel ridiculed or humiliated. I will maintain confidentiality in all matters before council, except those that are public in nature. I will not disclose any matters before council, except those that are not in camera, as that would undermine the decision-making process, and hamper free discussion on all matters before council. That I will avoid conflict of interest in all matters coming before council. I will avoid being a part of any decision and/or decision that affects or is affected by or perceived to affect or be affected by me or a member of my immediate family as defined in the Shíshálh Indian Band Council Conflict of Interest Law. I will conduct myself in a way which shows clearly a high standard I have set for myself and my fellow council members as elected representatives of the members of the Shíshálh First Nation.
I'm speaking about the event of the celebration that we had and bringing in the new chief and council, and we'd have decided that we would bring back that culture that we had lost many years ago when the chiefs were brought in and celebrated by all of the people. And it was an occasion and an event that brought the majority of the families and all of the people together so that they could witness and be there in the celebration.